Hey there, sports fans. Today I am reconditioning, maybe winterizing is the right word. Winterizing the pump to my pool. Every year I drain the pool and I remove the pump, I remove the filter elements, and loosen everything up so that if we do have a freeze, we don't lose any pipes, we don't lose any of these plastic parts that are included in the pump. Uh, the first year I did not take it apart, and the freezing caused $400 to $500 worth of damage in replacing parts. Let me show you what I'm doing here. This is the main part of my pump. The water comes in through here, comes in through a little filter basket, and gets filtered before it goes into the impeller, which is right here under all this, and gets shut into the filter that way. Goes through the filter, gets cleaned once again, and goes back to the pool. This motor is a replacement motor. I bought this motor, the original motor. We've had the pool for 5 years, and the original motor pooped out after, 4 years, 3 years, something like that. But it ran, it ran good. But this is a replacement motor. I bought this online, and they're pretty easy to find. Just have to find the right stuff, and take your old motor and search up a replacement motor, and you usually get what I got here. So in reconditioning this body, pump body, I would say the main thing you have to remember is that petroleum jelly is your friend. Because you got a lot of parts here, like anything that's got an O-ring in it, like this piece is kind of a visual aid when you have the pump all together. It goes up here, and it seals tight. So there's a lot of pressure of the water as the water flows into the basket and into the pump body. So wherever you have, so if you're going to take apart anything, and I recommend doing this because it really helps preserve everything year after year after year. Sooner or later, you got to do it anyway. Petroleum jelly goes on all O-rings. There's an O-ring here. There is a seal here. I always petroleum up the threads because petroleum jelly acts as a thread lock to a degree. I mean, it doesn't let water go through. So you might have tightened down the plastic quite a bit to the point, if you tighten it down too far, you can break the plastic. And so you break this part, you got to take the whole thing apart. So petroleum jelly allows you to fill those threads that otherwise might leak a little bit, so that they don't leak. So petroleum jelly is your friend. Use it everywhere you possibly can. On these little valves here, use it there. Now I just took this thing apart. There's bolts that hold the impeller body onto the motor, and I inspected the impeller. The impeller is in perfect shape, and that impeller has been running for 5 years. So, but I always grease everything down, even the plastic parts, with petroleum jelly. That'll preserve them. It'll keep. There is nothing more toxic than chlorinated water. Well, maybe salt water is more toxic, but the chlorinated water will eat your parts if you let it get in contact with anything. Now, um, there are some parts on the motor body as well that need periodic maintenance as well. Like this piece showed evidence of corrosion. And so I spray these pieces down with a little light oil. WD-40 is what I use. I hate WD-40 because there is water in it. And pretty much I don't use it on my guns. I don't use it on a lot of things, mostly because mostly because um, eventually that stuff will rust. So I prefer to use a rust preventative mist, some kind of, um, but not WD 40. That's not my favorite thing. Um, so, um, and if you have this kind of pool, you might see one of these things on the side of your outflow back to the pool that covers up your sacrificial. If you live in an area that's prone to freezing, remove this because this will break. If there's any water in there at all, this will break. So remove this. See that O-ring in there? Grease that down real good and just store it with the pump until next year and let that sacrificial thing just hang out there because it's pretty useless as far as I'm concerned anyway. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to take this stuff, I'm going to stick it in the cabinet over there and let it sit until spring and then put the pool back together. I don't have to worry about it until after I put everything back together. So the mating parts, I'll grease them down too and just wait until spring. Anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. Not like you had a choice. And I will see you later. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Happy Monday. Oh, yeah.